You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, lootdummies.com. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following a group of friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Step into the mystical world of Antiriath and follow as our party adventures across the lands. Talik Grug, half-orc fighter-sorcerer from the wretched valleys of Maxim, played by Taylor. A Learlock Bloodhair, Harengon cleric whose fate seems determined by luck itself, played by Joey. Pomerel the Gatekeeper, Summer Eladrin paladin from the Feywild city of Solaria, played by Seth. And Body Not Greenleaf, the halfling rogue with a penchant for taking things that don't belong to him, played by Josh. And last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. And welcome back, everyone, to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, the podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. Hey, before we get started on today's episode, I wanted to give a few quick announcements, and then I'll give us a quick recap to get us back into the action. First things first, I want to shout out another podcast that we were on this week. The episode came out yesterday. We were guests on a podcast called We Open With. Those guys are super cool. Basically, they come up with ideas for game masters to run in their TTRPGs. We did a really fun holiday one-shot with the planet made of coal and the Grinch as the big bad at the end of the one-shot. So check that out. It was a blast. There's a lot of bloopers at the end. We had a great time. So shout out to those guys We Open With. The second thing I wanted to mention is we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/lootdummies. We have a brand new show there with 9 episodes. We also give away 3D printed miniatures to our members. So check that out, patreon.com/lootdummies. Thank you so much for your support. And let's get back into the show with a quick little recap. On the last several episodes, the party is journeying northeast towards the town of Romsburdy at the behest of Talik's cursed sword, the longsword of Pallid Light. In the last episode, we came up on a fight, an orc raiding party being ambushed by a pride of thunderous lions. We decided to stay back, try and talk to the orcs. They did not have much nice to say about the Grugs, Talik's old clan that was wiped out in Maxim. We decided to kind of hang back, see what happens, and we are attacked by a few of the lions, and so we jump headfirst into the fight. Near the end of that fight, a Learlock casts Dominate Person on one of the orcs. We end up finishing everyone off and leaving that orc alive. So in the last episode, we picked up with that orc that was dominated. The Learlock quickly and smartly changed that to a Charm Person spell. The orc tells us that their Chief Glib Robtit, has been talking to some kind of monkey man and working out some kind of deal having to do with the unstable evolution that's happening in the animals around Antiriath. We decide to let the orc go, and we continue heading northeast. As soon as we get to the edge of the swamp, we are ambushed and surprised by a group of swamp bush-shaped shambling mounds who come jumping out of the muck and mire. And that is where we're going to pick up here as we've just begun that fight with these shambling mounds.
But yes, so the bushes come to life. These, large sized mechanically and also, large bushes stand up on their roots, and they're kind of decrepit and worn out. Everything here is just kind of icky. And these guys have pale leaves that are just dry and crumbling. When they stand up, a bunch of them fall off, and you can kind of see into the bush and see these just rotten old limbs. But they're very large things, and they just start walking towards you. in a very menacing way.
He's just
Um,
looking at me menacingly.
Menacing. He's just standing there. And so this one is actually going to menacingly move over to Body Knock. And it is going to, let me double check what its thing is. Yeah, both hit. All right, here we go. It's going to make 2 slam attacks. Natural 20. We are starting off hot,
Oh,
fellas.
shit.
Whoa.
Coming at you, Body Knock. Okay, so 23 damage off the bat as a tree limb just smacks Body Knock in the back of the head.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then second attack. Ooh, this is going to be a middling. 14 to hit?
Midland.
That will not.
Okay. I know yours is a
Okay.
lot lower than these other Yahoos monster ACs. Okay, well that is good because I'll tell you guys right now, if both hit, it's ugly. All right, Pomerel.
Oh, God.
It is your turn. You had the you're like, no surprises here. Deadly plants.
Oh, yes. Oh, gentlemen, I believe the plants are dangerous.
Yeah. See that.
Very good. So, Pomerel is going to flip around and race towards the one that attacked Body Knock.
Fair enough.
At this point, he is going to do a couple of things. The first thing he is going to do is he's going to whip out his sword and he is going to speak the command word, at which point the sword will erupt in fire.
Okay, makes sense.
He is then going to swing said sword at the Shambling Mound. 15 to hit.
A 15 will hit these guys.
Nice.
Yeah, it chunks into their thick wood.
Hey, yo.
Let's
Jesus.
go.
That one was 100% accidental. I didn't even. My God.
That's what makes it so good.
So
Thick wood.
Pomerel will initiate a Divine Smite at level 2.
All right.
He's going to do 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
5 fire damage. 14 radiant damage.
Okay, so you're making me do all kinds of math here. So as you strike into this thing, the dampness of this gnarly, nasty bush that you sink your sword into seems to dissipate
Hey, yo.
the fire. It kind of steams a little bit. However, as your divine strike connects, your sword flares up with even more radiant damage. Roll me an extra d8.
Holy shit, brother. Let's go. 6.
Stabbing that thick bush.
Yeah, so it and you can see the kind of black limb. You chop one of them off, it falls to the ground and just crumbles into ash instantly.
Oh, yeah.
And then Body Knot got hit a moment ago, correct?
He did.
Okay. So at this point, I am going to channel Divinity and transfer 26 HP, temporary HP, into Body Knock.
Oh, with your like smite and then transfer thing.
Yeah.
That's a really cool one. I like that a lot. All right, so 26 temp HP.
Bumped him.
That's pretty. I feel like that's good.
Oh, I mean, he just took 23 damage from a crit, so I mean that
I'm
offsets
good to
that.
go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Another sword strike will.
Oh, that was just one.
Will come swinging in,
Sheesh.
and that'll be a 21 to hit.
21
So
definitely hits.
is the fire extinguished or just
No,
it didn't seem very
mechanically,
effective? Okay.
yeah, it doesn't seem very effective.
Oh, gross. 4 slashing damage.
That is gross.
7 fire damage, and he will once again smite at this time at level 3.
Cranking it up. So again, add that extra D8.
Oh, 2 1s, motherfucker. 23 radiant damage.
Pretty close to average, isn't it? For 5D8?
Well, yeah, 3 of them wound up being super saucy, but 2 of them were 1s. But it
It all
out.
comes out in the wash.
It all comes out in the wash. 23 radiant damage.
All right.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, so did some work on that boy. Talik, it is your turn. However, it is going to be skipped as you were surprised.
Boo.
I know, apologize. All right, over to you, Body Knock. You got a shambling mound in your grill and this very vibrant paladin who came in and just lit shit up.
Okay, so it's right on me. Like it's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the Captain Shank Blades. Shank.
Sure, yeah.
Ugh. 15.
15 is actually a hit.
Okay.
Shank.
5 damage.
Oh no, but you do get sneak attack because your buddy's right next to you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh.
20.
Ah, there you go. That makes up for it. Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
I'm gonna kind of.
Okay. Yeah, and you can totally use a bonus action to disengage and.
Yep.
Shoop. All right. Okay, so you step away a little bit. All right, now it's gonna be a triple threat from these guys. So this one, I think they're gonna. Yeah, this guy can definitely make it. So this guy's gonna close in on Pomerel. 2 attacks coming at Pomerel. First one, you're not gonna believe this. 26 to hit.
That barely hits.
I mean, I actually believe you. That's gonna be 11 damage. And then the second one is a natural
Things
3.
are strong.
Yeah, they are.
How many of
this
them?
one-
We see 3. Oh, that one's
You
way
see-
over there.
3, but one of them, yes, one of them way over here. But he jumps in the water and disappears for a moment, and then pops back out of the
Okay.
water very quickly, and then is going to run right up to you. Actually, makes it all the way to you, Talik, and is going to do 2 attacks. So
I've got a layer lock on the back.
you're not going to believe this. Okay, so that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
All right. That is going to be 12 damage. And the other one is a 26 to hit.
Jesus, shield wouldn't have even helped me.
Even bigger damage on this one. That's 18 damage. And now the really bad thing happens.
Uh-oh.
So, since you got hit by both of them, it engulfs you. So it swings down with one side and swings down with the other and pulls you off of revenge as you are grappled by it. You are blinded and restrained and unable to breathe.
Okay, it's almost
as
like
it
a
is-
gelatinous tube.
Yeah, except it's more like you're being constricted by these
Oof.
large branches, and it's actually like crushing you.
Wow,
You're gonna have to
okay.
roll against taking damage at the start of your turn.
Okay.
And then it is this other one's turn, and it is going to ride up, and it's actually gonna ride up and attack Body Knock. So sorry, Body Knock. Two more coming at you. Ooh, these are both gonna be really close. First one is a 15. Second one is a 16.
15 is my AC, so.
Oh.
So they both hit. Okay, so same thing is gonna happen to you as you take 27 total damage across the 2 attacks, and also get engulfed. Yeah, it's gonna pull you off of
That's bad.
your buddy, and you are
I'm getting
blinded
scared.
and restrained and unable to breathe. But the breathing rules in 5e are you get like minutes of air, so you'll be crushed to death before that's gonna be a problem. Okay, Alirlock, back up to the top of the initiative order. It is your turn, and things just went really bad really fast.
You ain't wrong. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. No, think it through.
I want to. I want to cast spiritual weapon right next to. Or I guess I want to cast spiritual weapon. Both Talik and Body are.
Yeah, they're like on either side of you, absorbed.
Okay.
Poor Jeffrey's just sitting here all alone. You're at least still on Revenge, so Revenge at least has. You can slide up and take control of him.
That was going to be one of my questions. If Revenge would obey my instructions.
Yeah, he seems to be a pretty good horse, and you've been riding on his butt for days now. So.
Okay. Am I within their melee range?
Mm-hmm. Yes, most definitely.
Is it 5 or is it 10?
Oh no, you're yeah. Let me see here. This one pulled Talik off though, so he was within attacking range. I'm gonna say you're not within range of the one that has body knock, but you are within range of the one that has Talik.
All right. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon, and I'm going to smack the one that has engulfed Talik because he appears to be closer to me.
Okay.
And that I did not announce it, but that spiritual weapon was at level 4.
Okay, 4th level.
4th level.
Roll up the attack.
Well, that is a 21.
That's a hit. Oh yeah.
And then that is 12 force damage from spiritual weapon.
All right. Put a little smack into him. Little teardrop sword slash.
So if he's within 5 feet, I can also smack him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't cast another spell since that was my bonus action. Yeah. Okay. So
And
I'm gonna.
I think that the not being able to cast 2 leveled spells is silly. Like you
As
can
a
cast
caster?
you can cast a cantrip and a bonus action spell, or you can cast a bonus action, or you can cast a full action spell and a bonus action cantrip, but you can't cast 2 level. Like it's a limited resource. I've let you guys do it before, so I'm fine with you using 2 leveled spells in a round. It seems weird to me because you can't do it all day because you only have a certain number of spells. And a lot of the really strong spells are concentration, so you wouldn't want to do a bonus action one of those with a regular action anyways.
2 smites.
Yeah, Paladin can smite twice. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with you using 2 full casts if you want to cast a spell with your action as well as your bonus action.
I'm going to then cast a guiding bolt from the back of Revenge and hit the same one again.
Okay. You will have disadvantage though because he's so close to you. Because it's a ranged attack.
Oh, is there a disadvantage on ranged attacks?
When somebody's within 5 feet of you, yeah.
Ew, I guess I thought that was like just with ranged
Just
actual
weapons. I think it applies to spell attacks too.
If it does, it does.
Unfortunately, it does.
It makes sense that it would, yeah.
It's infuriating.
It makes sense.
It's illogical to me.
It's illogical to me personally,
Right.
but if that's the way the rules are, then that's the way the rules are.
Well, I mean, it's hard to shoot somebody that's in your face, and it's hard to shoot them with a magical lightning bolt. You have to aim it. That's why there's an attack roll.
Yeah.
If it was magic missile, there wouldn't be an attack roll, and it would just hit.
I guess the way, okay, small debate. I guess the way I see it is that you are not using another object to fire a thing. You're using the will of your ability to direct the attack. And
But it's like, but you have to make an attack roll. So in my mind, guiding bolt is like doing finger guns at somebody, and you have to actually aim your finger guns, and you can miss.
I just think you would be a lot better chance of hitting if they were that close.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's fair. There's always the argument of like, well, okay, maybe it's hard to shoot somebody that's in
Point
your grill,
blank.
but if you stick it in their chest and pull the trigger, you're not going to miss.
Well, when you're wielding something like
Bow
a
and arrow,
bow,
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Bow and
Like a
arrow, I
long
get it.
bow
ability.
from 3 feet away. Yeah, that would be.
If I stick my hand in your chest and do guiding bolt, I'm not missing.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm
say
not trying to
that
change
it's got-
the rule. I just
No, I'm gonna
Interesting
say it has
conversation.
disadvantage
I do
on it.
see the
though.
logic.
That's the call I'm gonna make. Is range spell
Yeah,
attacks also
I'm
get
good with that.
disadvantage, just like physical attacks.
This
Yep.
rules as written. I just don't like it.
Yeah, as I was literally subverting a probably more powerful rules as written a moment ago, and now I'm sticking to this one. Sticking my guns on this one.
It rule of cool could suck my ass.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna
But you can
cast
move
guiding
a-
bolt.
I mean, you can move away and take an AOO.
I don't want that.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast guiding bolt
All right.
within 5 feet. of my
Disadvantage.
attacker.
All right.
Disadvantage. What did I say I was going to cast in that third level? I think I said third level.
Whatever
good.
level you want.
Okay, so here is 1. That's a 23. Get off. It's literally
you're
on top of
rolling
the
them
button.
in series.
Oh,
Torment yourself.
let's
17.
go.
All right, it's a hit.
All right. And that's a level 3. What, you don't want me to do it separately? You think I should do them simultaneously?
Well, I just feel bad for you if the first one's a hit and the second one's a miss. Then it's sad.
Oh, well, that builds the excitement.
You're
Builds the dramatics.
you're a drama junkie.
Oh yeah, what are we doing here if we're not going to be dramatic?
Oh yeah,
Preach,
give the
preach.
people what they want.
Preach.
Anyway, 66, 23. Wait for it. Radiant damage.
Tasty. Okay, so you just and light this guy up, literally, as he begins
Yes.
glowing from the
He's glowing.
radiation. Okay. Anything else, Mr. Learlock?
Can I know you said revenge would obey.
Mhm.
And I said I wasn't going to move,
Right.
but I feel like they can absorb more than one person. Is my estimation. So I'm going to move back. Well, I can't really go. I guess I can go back a little bit here.
When you get about hold on. When you get about there, stop moving it. Stop. When you get about
Sorry.
there, a vine whips
What
out
the-
and tries to hit you. It rolls a natural 1, so it lashes out at you, and you're able to keep running past it.
What was that creature?
Well, I'm using a tentacle mini, but ignore that. It's a thorny vine that was
Oh,
just
it's an
kind of
extension of
laying on the ground. It whips up and tries to grab you.
Understood. I'm on the same page.
Do you want to use Revenge's free action that he gets to disengage so that you don't get the AOO as you run away from the Shambling Mound? The vine is unrelated.
I mean, if I can do that, I just didn't know I had the ability to ask him to do that, or ask Revenge to do that.
Yeah. So any mount you're on, they can dodge, disengage, or dash without you giving them an extra command.
Well, then
Without
yes,
you using any actions on them.
I
Okay.
would love to do
So
that.
the Shambling Mound will not attack you, but that vine that was like 15 feet away, it was just laying on the ground, and as you go running by, it just whips up at you and tries to catch you, but misses.
Perfect.
Okay. All the way around to the first Shambling Mound that is currently engaged with Mr. Pomerel. First attack is going to be a 17. I believe that's a miss. Second attack is going to be a 24. I am rolling rocks tonight. 12 damage as it smashes a tree limb into your face, gives you little tiny lacerations on the chin.
Unreal just kind of giggles, just kind of like.
What?
And then he telepathically says, Sunbeam, I feel that our orc friend needs our assistance.
Whatever you say, Pomerel.
Holy fuck.
Oh, voice.
So,
Incredible.
Sunbeam is going to disengage and turn and make his way towards where Talik is. Now,
I just imagine as he turns around, he gives like a cheeky little mud slap into the Shambling Mound's face.
are these guys making any type of throws to keep from getting engulfed, or they just got engulfed because they got hit twice?
If you get hit twice, it's automatic. You become engulfed.
You don't have to answer this, but can Pomeril discern if he were to hit this thing hard enough to like just throw it down on the ground, would it let go of Talik?
At this point, you're looking at this mound, and I mean, it is a mound. It is just like this writhing mass of limbs and vines and leaves, and you can't actually see Talik inside of it. He's got him so sucked into the middle. You're pretty sure if you pushed it over and like started rolling it like a snowball, he'd still be in the middle somewhere. Like
But that's one with
rice
guiding bolt
ball.
on it, right?
Yep.
It does have guiding bolt on it, so it is shining
Okay,
bright,
Alright.
like
so
a diamond.
we roll up here and gonna cast Thunderous Smite
Oh shoot!
as a bonus action. Oh shoot, what?
I'm gonna upset you real quick. You did run past one of these vines that wakes up and tries to attack you. Just real quick.
Okay.
It's a big miss. Not a big deal. Go ahead. Continue with what you were doing.
Pomeril kind of glances down and he's like, oh, tentacles, and he has some flashbacks of some great times, and he swings his sword back.
It's just a vine. It's just a tentacle mini.
Oh. He swings his sword back with Thunder's Smite engaged. I guess he gets advantage because it's got a guiding bolt on it.
He does. Thunderous advantage.
Oh my god, a 19. Holy fuck.
Delicious. I mean, I've been loving getting 19s because it means I actually get to hit y'all stupid ACs.
Okay, so there will be 7 slashing.
Okay.
Okay.
Good start.
Then there will be 3 fire damage. Then we're gonna smite at level 2.
This is in addition to Thunderous Smite. This is
Yep.
Radiant Smite.
Yep. This is Radiant Smite. Does it still get the extra?
Yep. It'll get the extra radiant damage.
That will be 28 radiant damage.
Okay.
Holy shit. And
That's
then
good.
8 thunder damage.
Goodness, that's all one attack.
Yep. And at that point, a thunder crack erupts, and it is just ringing in this little mud pit valley. And I need the target to make a strength saving throw. It needs
he's really
to
good at that one.
beat a
He
17.
got a 15.
17 was the save.
Okay,
So he will fail.
fails.
So he will be knocked 10 feet away from my location and knocked prone.
Okay, so he goes rolling back. Talik does go with him.
Okay. Okay, that was my first attack.
Okay.
So, gonna run up to him again.
Hold on.
And okay.
As you may have guessed,
Vines.
another vine pops up. Oh my god. That's a 24 total to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so you take a whopping 3 damage, but the important part is you are grappled. Which I think just means you can't move away. I don't think you have to be restrained before you start taking disadvantage and stuff. So I think it's not going to affect you any because you were up on this guy by the time it hit you.
Okay. So do I have advantage due to it being prone?
You do. Yeah, it's not immune to prone, so.
That'll be another 26 to hit.
Oh my god.
And that will be 11 slashing damage, max slashing.
There you go.
5 fire damage, and we'll go ahead and use a level 1 Divine Smite.
Smoke him if you got him, right?
Let's go. 14 radiant damage.
Okay.
I
Man,
don't
you're
know
making
how
me
much
do some
damage I just did
serious
this fucking
math.
thing.
Gee whiz. Yeah, I will tell you, it's hurting. You carved through a big old chunk real
And
quick.
Pomeril is just like, Silence thy breath, master!
Was that Elvish or German?
Elvish.
Okay, all right. Is Elvish German?
It is now.
It is now. Okay. Talik, it is your turn. You are blind and restrained as you get crushed by this thing. I need you to make me a Constitution save before you even start your turn.
This thing gave me the Haktua.
I am close enough that I automatically invoke an additional +5 to his saving throws.
Well, isn't that nice?
Well, I got bad news. I rolled a nat 1. +7 is 8.
Oh
+5
my
is
God.
13.
That's actually a fail. Wow.
With
Oh
the
my god, and it's max
+12.
damage. It's 20 damage as you're getting crushed to death inside of this thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. What do you want to do?
What can I do?
A medium or smaller creature is grappled by it. While grappled, the target is blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe, and has to make the saving throw. So you're just grappled. Yeah,
Okay.
which would be you have to make a athletics or acrobatics check opposed by the creature that's
Okay.
grappling you, which they have pretty good strength. Not as good
I'll
as
make
yours,
an athletics check.
Okay.
I've got a +9, so hoping.
Oh
it's
no!
decent here.
Oh, he rolled rocks again.
Oh no! I rolled bad
His
again.
His is a 23.
14. I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 19. I'll just tell you all, they got a +4 to their strength.
So I didn't get out. I'm hurting too.
You try to move and you're just mummified, cocooned in this thing and cannot get out. Body knock, you're in the same boat. I need you to make a Constitution save.
Am I
Okay.
within 10 feet of him?
Yeah, I think you are.
Okay, so he gets a +5.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Oh my god.
Guys, you're killing me. That's a 4
Holy fuck.
+5 is a 9. That's a fail as well. Hopefully you don't get max damage on. Oh my god, it's 1 less than max damage. It's 11 damage. No, it's a lot more than 11 damage. I
I
can't
was
do
gonna say
math.
I got 20.
It's 19. It's 19 damage.
What kind of bullshit is this?
I only gave you the damage. I rolled 2 dice and added the
19
modifier
damage.
to one of them and didn't add the other dice that was on max. 19 damage as you get crushed. And then your only option, as far as I can see, I mean, I guess restrained creatures can make attacks with disadvantage. If you wanted to do something like that, or try to cast a spell or something, or you can make a acrobatics or athletics check to try to get out of this thing.
You know, I'll try an acrobatics.
Okay, try to wriggle out of it.
12.
Well, I've got good news because this one must not have had a good hold on you with his natural 1. That's a 5. So you do slink out of this thing somehow. So that takes your action to do. You still have movement, bonus action.
See, I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna hop on Jeffrey and go to my rabbit friends.
For the visual joke is that he's slowly like rocking horse his way, moving his mini back and forth to give it a rocking horse effect in Tailspire. Oh my god, that was fabulous. Okay, all right.
Onward, Jeffrey.
The good news is you escaped and ran away a little bit. The bad news is it's 3 of the Shambling Mounds turns. So one of them is going to just slide over the 15 feet or so to get Pomerel in the backside. First attack.
Jesus.
Unreal dice tonight. 23 to hit. Unreal.
He was sitting up there
rolls.
smoking that pipe before we played, and he said, I think I'm just going to kill him tonight.
I'm just gonna fucking kill a few of them. 18 damage. Guys, if y'all can see these dice, that one was a 16 on the roll. Okay, here we go.
Take your word for it.
18 total. 11 on the die. That's a miss, right?
That's a
The way he
miss.
said that.
We'll just have to take your word for it. There's no way to know.
There's no way to know.
Literally no way we could know.
No,
All right.
there's
The
no way
one
to
that
know.
you just wailed on is so pissed, and it's got its Tolic inside of it. It is going
Mm.
to jump in the water here and swim away. I assume you want to take an attack of opportunity?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Please
swinging.
do so.
23 to hit.
That's a hit.
It'll be 7 slashing and 8 fire.
Okay. It is still alive, and it jumps in the water and swims away with freakish speed and makes it all the way to the other
Holy
side, and
fuck.
then ducks in behind this tree over here, this large tree on the other side of
my
the swampy pond.
God. How far away from me is it?
Probably a good 60 feet and up a hill and through water.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. It's the other one next to you's turn, and it is going to try to reclaim a prize since it just lost its halfling prize. All right. See, the dice are turning around for you. That one's a natural 2. Ooh,
This is
that's
bad.
a 21 to hit. Is the 21 a hit? I actually don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. That is low damage. 9 damage.
I mean, it's all relative. At this point, 9 damage is not very low.
Wait, how low are you guys? I know these
I'm
guys
at
are wailing
31.
hard. 31. Yeah, that's rough.
I'm at 38.
Wow.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's
Was
rough,
that
man.
it? Was that insensitive?
Mm.
Oh my god. Okay.
It wasn't
Warlock,
sensitive.
it is your turn. You haven't taken like any damage, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But I only have so much action economy to my one self.
I know, but you've got like heals and stuff. They'll be fine.
Couldn't have done much more damage to that one that drug Tolic off.
It made a choice for a reason.
Unfortunate.
I mean, it's a target-rich environment. I see 3 of them within 50 feet of you, 40 feet of you.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm saying you got options, man. You can just start waylaying. Here, why don't
I've been
we
starting.
Why don't we resolve your spiritual weapon since it's right there?
Yeah, bonus action, smack that bitch.
Smack that. This one's unhurt, by the way.
What one?
The one that your spiritual weapon is next to, because the one that you hit is the one that engulfed Tolic and then swam away.
Yeah, well, I can't send my spiritual weapon that far, so I'm kind of up a river.
No, Tolic's up the river. You're down the river.
Yeah, well, I can only do what I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna try and attack this thing and fail epically for a 10.
Oh no.
with
Yeah,
spiritual
no, that's a
weapon.
miss. It just bashes on the bush and doesn't get in.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
How far can I go on revenge? 60? Is that right?
60 feet, right? Or is Revenge a draft horse? Only does 40 feet. Taylor,
No, he's a warhorse.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Riding horse, warhorse.
Yeah, riding horse.
You keep in mind, if you get in this actual water part here, that will be difficult terrain. This muddy stuff is gross, but it's not difficult terrain. But the water itself is.
So if I get right here, this guy's gonna try and restrain me. Or
Yeah, he
stop
will
me from
attack you.
moving.
He is, but it's a natural 3. At least the vines are rolling crap.
Hug the wall
Sure.
and stay away from that thing?
Yeah, and you mark somewhere around here is where you
Yeah.
get to. Okay, so you run up into the trees. Hopefully none of them are shambling mounds.
Yeah, hopefully. And that was my bonus action to attack with spiritual weapon. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at this shambling mound way back in the back.
Okay, let's see. Can you get a clear view on it? It's pretty tough. I'm going to say that he gets a +2 to his AC. He's got half cover.
If
With
I
all the
miss
trees
it
and
by
stuff.
1 because of this +2, it's going to be upsetting.
I think that's fair. I didn't give him 3/4 cover. And he's behind a tree, so
There is a tree. I will give you that. Motherfucker. 27.
see, +2 doesn't matter.
Not when I got a 10 earlier. It definitely matters.
Well, no, it wouldn't have mattered on that one either.
22 damage to the Shambling Mound in the back with Talik inside of it.
How would you like to do this?
I just want to burn it
Press
alive with this radiant damage.
It just crumbles to ash. Like the big light flares up, and then just around Talik it crumbles to ash. And Talik is just like standing inside of it and lands on his feet as it just crumbles into dust.
Excellent. Welcome back.
And at 20 HP, by the way. You needed that big roll.
Hell yeah, I did. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. It is this one that's kind of halfway between Pomerel and Body Knock, and I think it's gonna slide over to Body Knock. And we're gonna have 2 attacks coming at you, Mr. Knock. I apologize. Ooh, first one's a 21 to hit. So that's gonna be 15 damage.
Oy.
Oh, that dice is on the ground. I guess that's the cat's now. Other dice. Oh, I should have kept that one. This dice rolled a 4. Give me that other one back.
Oh, he
Yeah,
dropped
get
his
that
hot
one for me.
dice, boys.
Yeah, bring me that hot dice back. So yeah, you only get hit once. And
Things are looking up.
Where the hell did it go? Oh, thank you, cat. My cat actually just smacked it to me. I don't think that was her intention, but first useful thing she's ever done in my 6 months of owning her.
It's a cool, crisp 55 degrees here in this bog.
Yeah, I think I like to imagine it like a English, Irish kind of bog. Like it's cold, but it's also wet and gross. It was nice in the
Yeah.
plains, but as y'all traveled a little bit more into the bog, it's like a gnarled old tree.
Talik is loose. Which one of these things? Have I
Neither of
already
these
hit?
guys has been hit at all. You
Oh,
beat up the
Jesus.
one that Talek was in. These guys are both unsullied, other than the fact that they were sullied when you got here.
Jeez. How tall are these things?
They're large sized creatures, so maybe they're probably 8-10 feet tall. Somewhere in that range.
Okay. How tall is the top of this tree right here?
Oh, that's like 15 feet up in the air, right? I'm just gonna measure it as it is. Yeah, 13 feet.
Oh, good. Talik is safe. And then he is going to Misty Step.
Okay, so you Misty Step into the top of the tree,
As a bonus action.
leaving Sunbeam to the wiles of the beasts.
Yep. He's fine. And then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level on the creature closer to Elirlog.
This one here with the spiritual weapon next to it.
Yeah. So that'll be a 21 to hit.
All right, give me the damage.
I get any extra radiant damage on this bad boy?
No. So Divine Smite, I'll lift the veil a little bit here. Divine Smite specifically says undead creatures take an extra D8. I just know that's a rule. And so spoilers, these things are an undead plant creature, which I just think is so cool.
Interesting. That's a terrible roll. 16 damage on Guiding Bolt, but he is got Guiding Bolt advantage
glowing.
attached to him.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. Talik, it is your turn. You come out of this thing and you're a little bit disoriented as you're on the opposite side of a pond, kind of up a hill a little ways from where you were before.
Okay.
and very wet and sore.
Can I see the closest one across the pond? Across the
Um,
pond.
Yeah, you can actually get a fully clear view on him. He's about 60 feet away.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at him across the pond.
Okay, you'll have advantage because he is glowing.
Oof. 26 to hit.
Man, the 19s are flowing tonight. You
Do
guys and
11
me.
fire damage.
Okay, the firebolt hits him and kind of sears into his wet soppiness. Doesn't seem
Oh
to
no.
do as much as you were hoping.
Okay. I'll end my turn.
All right, body knock. It is your turn.
I'm gonna roundabout Jeffrey here and go towards Learlock.
All right, you disengaging from him.
Yeah.
All right, so you run over, kind of run past one of them, dip out of the way, get over next to a Learlock.
And I'm gonna try to hide. Is there somewhere I can hide here?
Oh man,
Swampy. Can I hide in the muck? Can I get all,
just
can I
like
get all dirty?
just dive down into the mud. I will say if you get off of Jeffrey, you can hide in the muck.
If I get off Jeffrey, is that a bonus action?
No, just take some of your movement.
Okay, I'll get off Jeffrey and I'll try to get all gillied up.
Okay, all right. So you slide off Jeffrey, try to slide down and hide in the mud.
See, it's 21.
Okay, you you slip down into the mud and gilly yourself. So Jeffrey, for your disengage, his normal action, then bonus action to gilly yourself. You've actually still got your action. You strange, thiefy boy.
I'm gonna take a shot with my arrow, yes, at
Okay,
the one I just ran from.
okay. Let's go back here.
What's his size?
He's large, and you will have advantage.
Okay, and I'm gonna activate my poison damage on my bow. So I can do that.
All right.
22.
Oh yeah.
Damage. Let me do my sneak attack too. So 9 on that. Sneak attack 20, 29.
Okay. And I will tell you, don't worry about rolling the poison damage because he's actually immune.
Okay.
So the poison just on him, but it doesn't actually do anything to him. All right, it is time for the triple threat from the Shambling Mounds. You were right that Sunbeam is going to be okay because these guys, it seems like it'd be a little much for them to cram a horse in. However, this guy can jump over here and zip across this water again like they did before, and he's going to make 2 attacks on Talik. Oh, that's like a 12 to hit. Oh, and a 10 to hit. Terrible. So the other one is the one that was next to your spiritual weapon. It is going to slide over, and it really wants a halfling. It just thinks that would be a delectable treat. So it is going to try to pull you in. Damn it! That's another 10.
He lost all his luck when he dropped that die.
Oh, nope, not true. You shouldn't have said anything, Taylor. That's a natural 20.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
The damage roll is not too bad. Damage roll is really not bad at all. I've done more on a regular hit. 14 damage. So 14 damage to body knock. How are you looking, body knock?
Hurting.
3.
3 HP?
Yes.
Well, we're going to have to figure out what happens next time to old body knock. Because that's all we got for today, folks.
Yeah.
This is a terrifying encounter.
This went from bad to worst so fast. We'll be starting with a Learlock at the beginning of next session.
I was like, oh no, Shambling Mounds, 2 of them sounds pretty scary. And then I saw 3, and then you said 4, and I was like, well, TPK incoming.
PK incoming. Y'all are fine.
Always the optimist.
Look, Bodyonak has 3
Palmer will
HP
survive.
left. He's good.
Yeah.
I've survived worse.
You have.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good
Night.
night.
Right.
Good night.
Find out what happens to our party next week. Check us out at dndndummies.com. And please leave us a rating and a review on your podcast app. It would mean the world to us. Oh, that's cool. This place has an iced coffee. I'm on Instagram, but they have like chocolate crusted around the inside of the plastic cup.
That doesn't sound that
Does that
unusual.
make sense?
Like they drizzle it on the inside before they.
No, like a solid shell, like almost like a dipped ice cream cone, but on the inside.
Oh.
And they've got the iced coffee inside of that, and then they're like crushing the cup. It's a see-through.
Oh, and like
can
you
see,
squeeze
like,
it
the
and it
flakes of
breaks.
chocolate are like going into the coffee.
Is that
Oh
even
no!
coffee?
Okay, that actually sounds really good.
It just looks so satisfying. Well, an ice cream place here posted it, so
So barely.
it's not really. Yeah.
Okay. It's an ice
Yeah,
cream place. That's a different story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have any hate for people who like their fancy
Frappuccinos
coffees and
what.
frappuccinos and stuff. Yeah, I mean it's obviously not, the same experience as
Right.
a cup of black coffee, but like that's fine if you want to have a dessert. And
Yeah. Don't
the-
say you're like a coffee person though. If that's
yes,
what
when
you drink.
they
'Cause you
say
don't
like,
like
oh, I
coffee.
love coffee. It's like, no, you don't love coffee. You love sugar,
Yeah.
which
You
is
love
fine.
milkshakes that have a tiny coffee flavor.
Yeah, I was telling Caroline the other day about like balance of food is what makes food taste good when you have bitter and sweet. And she was like, "Oh no, I hate all bitter things." I'm like, "Do you though? You like chocolate." And while the balance may be really far to the sweet side for you at this age, like
Yeah,
chocolate
true.
is bitter. That's what makes it taste good with the sweet. So those people just, they would not like that drink if it didn't have that little bit of coffee bitterness in it to give it some character and give it a little bit more intrigue.
Yeah, that's true. You don't see people rushing to milkshake places. Well, plus the caffeine.
Yeah, the caffeine is a truly addictive substance, so that helps. I mean, sugar is addictive too, so it's like a double hit of addictive chemicals.